All right, Shalom. We're the Brothers of Great Millstone, the branch out of Des Moines. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash.
double honors to our apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who are preaching the gospel of truth and sincerity, always in charity. And as you can see, the title of the lesson is entitled Spirit Like the Wind, which means another week out in the highways and hedges. Wadi Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, for continually giving us of His Holy Spirit to go out and prophesy the downfall of this present evil world, and for continually allowing us to gather through His Holy Spirit to put forth these Spirit Like the Wind lessons. Lord, what we hope is edifying. You know, and Dai, open the book, brother, and let it rock.
This is 1 Kings 13:1. It says, "And behold, there came a man of the Most High out of Judah by the word of the Lord Yahweh unto
You ain't
Bethlehem,
gotta pan into him, like, just keep it to us.
and
Don't show upstairs.
Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense, and he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord Yahweh, and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer the priest of the high places. It's like it says, and upon thee shall he offer the priest of the high places that burn incense upon thee."
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. You know, and this is an example of the words of the Lord being fulfilled, in his different times. Because here it is. This is a prophecy about the King Josiah and what he would do when he came on the scene, and it was fulfilled when he came on the scene, man. And also how the Lord proclaimed judgment against wicked, false, evildoers, man, with false prophets, false priests. And the same thing is going to be done in today's time. See, that's the thing. The Lord's words don't fall void, man. Grab that in Isaiah, the 55th chapter, start at verse 10. Another brother grab in the book of 1 Samuel, when it says that none of Samuel's words fell to the ground.
This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10. It says, For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven.
Yeah, you never seen the snow go back up into the, you never seen the rain fall upward. No, the rain falls down on the ground just as the snow lights upon the grass, man. You never seen that go backward, man. So it's the same ways of the word, same way the word of the Lord. These things that he proclaimed and that he sent out, they're not going to return back void. They're not going to fall on, what's the word? They're not going to have no effect.
Yeah.
Everything that the Lord spoke, these things is going to move and shake throughout the earth, man. Go ahead.
For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater.
So the rain has an effect upon the ground that causes the seed that's in the ground to grow and sprout. So it's the same thing as the words of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah. See, these things is given to the prophets according to Amos 3:7. It says that the Lord doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, roughly paraphrasing that precept. And then what? Then the prophets go out and speak. And according to Isaiah the 44th chapter, the Lord said what? He performeth the counsel of his messengers, man. So when the prophets are out there speaking, that's likened unto the rain coming down, man. And then what happens? When those things actually start to happen within the earth, that's likened unto what? The seed budding and the fruit growing. There's a cause and effect. You see? Go ahead.
It says, So shall my word be.
And that's the importance of the prophets being out there in the highways and hedges, man. That's the importance of the preachers, right? Because you had one guy say, oh, well, everybody want to be a prophet. There ain't no more prophets. Why can't you just be a preacher? Same thing, dummy. It means the same thing. A preacher is a prophet. You see, in today's time, in this society, they want to make a separation. They want to call Bishop T.D. Jakes a preacher. They want to call Creflo Dollar a preacher. You niggas ain't preachers, man. Because you ain't prophesying of nothing to come. Go ahead.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
That's it. It said it shall prosper in the thing where the Lord sent it. And he said it shall do whatsoever he pleased. What is that? Isaiah 46? It's Isaiah 46 in verse 10 or verse 9. It speaks about show yourselves men.
Yep. This is Isaiah chapter 46 and 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors.
Go ahead.
Remember the former things of old. For I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am power, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning.
Declaring the end from the beginning. See, the Lord spoke these things from the beginning. Brother Hold 2 Ezra 6. You want to start on the top from that. Go
Yes,
ahead.
it said, remember this and show yourselves men. This is what makes you a man. It says the whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and to keep His commandments. If you're not fearing the Most High and keeping His commandments, you're not really a man. All right? So when it says I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, it's talking about the men that's been fearing the Most High and keeping these precepts. All right? It's talking about a man that's been sighing and crying for all the abominations that's been done in the midst thereof. That's what makes you a real man. Okay? It says, remember the former things of old, for I am power and there is none else. I am power and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. Saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure.
And that's it, man. The Lord is going to perform all his pleasure. Going back to the starting precept, when the Lord prophesied that Josiah would come upon the scene and what? And he would burn those wicked priests, those false priests. He would burn their bones upon the altar. Did that not happen? When you continue to read throughout our history, that's exactly what Josiah did, man. While he was pulling down all the different idol altars that was around Israel. As he was getting the wickedness out of our land, man. And he was praised for that, man. The Lord had him wrote about in the book of Sirach. And it speaks about...
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 49 and verse 1. The remembrance of Josiah is like the composition of the perfume that is made by the art of the apothecary. It is sweet as honey in all mouths, and as a music at a and as music at a banquet of wine. He behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people.
It's not we in the same time period of conversion of our people, man. Happening all over again, right? So we have to walk in that same spirit, man. Walking uprightly in the conversion of our people. Go ahead.
He behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people and took away the abominations of iniquity.
And that's the same thing we doing through the spirit. Brother, grab 2 Corinthians 10 and 3.
I'm right here. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3.
And this is being done through the spirit of prophecy, man.
That's right.
You know? It's all been done through the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah.
These Christian pastors and teachers, how long these niggas been on those podiums talking, giving motivational speeches, robbing the people of their money, man.
Right.
And what did they say is happening? Nothing. But here it is, when the prophets came on the scene, what started to happen, man? You know? Starting with Elder Abba Bivens, which is Elijah, whether you receive that or not, according to Malachi, the 4th chapter. When he came on the scene, what started to take place?
Downfall.
The downfall of America, man.
Got turned upside down.
Right? And according to the book of Obadiah, which they wasn't reading these things in the churches.
Yep.
According to the book of Obadiah, the Lord said, look, when you go to set that nest among the stars, from thence will I bring thee down, man. And from then, what has been the
Decline.
slowly decline,
Yeah.
you know, of this place, man. Financially,
Morally.
of course, morally, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Very,
the infrastructure. Yeah, man.
Everything.
You know?
military.
But I was gonna speak on the morally part, man, because that's what demoralizes. It speaks about in the book of Tobit.
Tobit, that's the spirit.
It says our lewdness is the mother of famine.
Right. And that's when all the lewdness that we see right, the lewdness that we see happening, that shit started in the 60s
Late
and the
60s,
70s.
early 70s.
Like
Women's lib.
sexual liberation, which the two are both tied together.
You had the
anyway,
hippie
man.
movement, motherfuckers was given over to drugs.
Yeah. So with the sexual liberation, they was pretty much normalizing sex outside of marriage. They made sex they pretty much downplayed it. Yeah, they made it casual. That's the perfect word. So where a bitch can date around, it pretty much there's going into pretty much making it a woman being able to have sex, just like how men, look, he has his multiple, you know, he can have women, and women should be able to do the same thing. That's when that shit happened. And now look, fast forward, 50 years later, look at how dirty this place is. Look at how lewd this place is. Alright, and that's why famine is gonna hit this bitch. Alright, and then we're gonna see how independent bitches are when the resources get cut off, man. Alright, when the supply chain breaks, we're gonna see how much of a bad bitch you are. Alright? When the vintage fail, when the gathering cease, we're gonna see, man. Alright? We're gonna see how tough niggas is. Alright, in these times we coming into, man. How much of a hard nigga you are, alright, when them troops got their boots on the ground, man. Kicking in doors, hauling niggas off to martial law camps, man. Okay? Well, go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3, it says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai."
That's it. So it's what? All those things that we used to think or how we used to move in the world, man. It's all being corrected through these different precepts, man. Bringing every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. Nope, that was wrong. No, the way you was thinking, that was wrong. No, the way the churches break that down, the way they explain that, no, that was wrong. This is the proper way, as it tells us in the book of Isaiah, the 30th chapter. See, this is all prophecies that the Lord calls to what? To prosper, man. He said that our teachers shall not be removed into a corner anymore, but our eyes would be able to see our teachers, man. So you will be able to see and recognize who the true men are. Because going back to that Malachi, it tells us that we shall return unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and discern between who serveth him and who don't serve him. And we're clearly seeing that. That's why Paul wrote unto us and said what? That there must needs be heresies and divisions among you, so that they that are approved, they that are who are truly chosen of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, might be made manifest, man. Go ahead.
You reading on that, Clint?
No.
Can I read in the NLT real quick? This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. "We use the Most High's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and to destroy false arguments." And that's what we've been doing, man. All right, there's been, like the scripture says, faith that shall flourish, man. All right, it says the truth that has been so long shall be declared. And that's what's happening, man. See, Esau's been getting away with pushing out lies for centuries, man. From the image of the Lord, people was just, all right, well, yeah, this white guy just, you know what I'm saying? The Bible clearly tells you how the Lord looks, but he's been able to say that lie for hundreds of years, and people have just accepted it.
Well, that's because people wasn't reading, man. Let's just call it what it is. People wasn't reading. People was going off face value. Oh, well, if Esau said it, and that's how they was moving, man. See, people, when a rich man speak, they stole it to the clouds. See, people didn't start getting into the Bible and actually reading the things that said until the prophets came on the scene.
That's right.
The prophets is what made the world start to read the Bible, man. Now you got these Christian pastors. Now they going into Obadiah. Now they reading, talking about Esau. Now they going into talking about these certain things. They wasn't speaking on these things, man.
They did not mention one prophecy in the church, man. A lot of us been in the church growing up. Them niggas wasn't going into prophecy. Them niggas was singing, dancing, and eating abominations afterwards, man. Doing all type of wickedness in them harlot houses, man. That's all they was doing. I think it was Murph. He said, "Look, we forced the Christians, we forced the world to read the Bible, man. We forced the world to read, man. Now you got, wait, hold up. The Bible says that? Or a nigga off of Fresh and Fit? He read 7 women shall cleave to one man. What? That's in the Bible? Holy smokes. He said some wild shit. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's in the Bible. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible that you didn't know. What's also in the Bible is that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the real, true biblical Israelites, and that our King is coming to deliver us in these days that we're living in right now, simultaneously bringing down this current power structure, man. Setting up a new heaven. That's what's in the Bible. Setting up a new heaven and a new earth. And all these other nations is going to be in captivity under whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his real name being Yahweh Shai and his people, man.
Yeah, and Esau always knew that was the narrative, man. You know, you had these group of Edomites. For the brothers that's familiar with the clip, it was a couple years old, man. These group of Edomites, they was on a radio show, and they was talking, and they was like, yeah, it's clear that Paul's letters were to the Israelite foreigners. It's very clear. His letter wasn't to blacks. His letters wasn't to Asians.
Yeah.
His letter, when you read Paul's letters, it's very clear that he was speaking to the dispersed of the Jews. they laughing and shit because in their mind they think that's them.
Right.
But here it is. They even got the understanding that, bro, this ain't talking about no outside people, bro.
Right.
But see, we got bad news for them motherfuckers. They ain't talking about you, dog.
Didn't mention you.
You see? You got the narrative of the scriptures, right? You true. That's true. He wasn't talking to those outside people. He was talking to Israelites, man. But guess what? You ain't one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You not a part of that. You know? See, the Bible gives a clear description of who the Israelites would be.
Mm-hmm.
In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it says that those curses would cleave unto the seed of Israel, man.
And be a sign.
And it would be a sign. You know? That's the clear sign,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It says that they would discontinue from their heritage. That's twofold. Meaning that they wouldn't be in their own land,
That's right.
but also they wouldn't be
No.
following of their heritage, man. They wouldn't follow the customs. They wouldn't know who they are. They'd have to be reminded according to the book of Hosea.
Yep.
In the place where it was said, ye are not my people, there it shall be said, ye are the sons of the living power. Where is that happening at? Who is that taking place with?
Right.
Rule 2 and 30.
That's right.
You see? Because according to Esau, when he says, you always knew who you were. You never lost your heritage. So now these precepts, now these prophecies don't apply to you niggas then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It says Judah is black, not Judah wears black. See, that's why these niggas go around with all the black. That's why they twist and curl. They curl the little two curls on the you know, they women shave their head.
Yeah, to Isaiah 3.
You know? See, you trying to make yourself fit these prophecies. Our people is cleaving to us.
We can't escape it.
That's the sign.
It's evident.
It's our people always talking about breaking generational curses. Isn't that? You don't hear no
Yeah.
fucking ish people talking about, yeah, we need to break generational curses. And they not cursed like the curse is not on them,
Well,
man.
it said we would be the tail, while the rest of the heathen would be the head.
That's right.
Who's the lowest in society, man?
Mhm.
See, these things is clear. These things is obvious.
Right. It says the Lord will leave in the midst of the afflicted and poor people. You know, man, them damn small hats, they rule the world, and that's very clear.
That's evident.
Yeah.
That's another thing that can be that can't be denied,
Yeah,
man.
that's obvious.
You own all the banks. You know, you own all the media. You own all the radio stations. You own Hollywood.
Right.
You're in control. The earth is given. That shows that you're the wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Well, it shows that he's Amalek. It
Yeah.
shows that he's the chief of the house of Esau. You know, but that's not excluding the rest of you Edomites. See, a lot of you Edomites trying to say it's the Ish people fault. We need to. It's the 1% against us. No, dog.
That's y'all big
Just because them niggas left y'all out of that piece of that pie, don't mean all of a sudden, like, hey, during the time of the Romans, man, you had actual Edomites fighting with us during that war. But guess what? You think you finna get some type of benefit because of that?
Right.
Because the Romans was whooping your ass too?
Taxing your ass.
See, nah, that's y'all fault, man. Back in the day, we had a saying, man, two-time loser, man.
Mm-hmm.
You lost in your kingdom. How you lose in your kingdom? This is for you.
That shit hurt their feelings too.
You lost in your kingdom, and then when the kingdom translate, you ain't finna, nigga,
Really
bro.
finna lose. Loser.
Now you get to look at the people who robbed your birthright from you, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you get to look at those small hats and the Gates and the Klaus Schwabs and these niggas, man.
Oh.
Now you get to look at them in the eye and be like, bro, why didn't you share that pie with me?
They gonna beat their ass in the
Don't
fields.
beat their ass, bro.
You know? So that's y'all problem, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, wherever we at.
Sit on that Corinthians.
Back in that was it on that Corinthians. I was gonna go back to that Sirach.
Yep.
This is back in Sirach chapter 49, in verse 2.
Yeah, you talk to these peon Edomites. Oh, but see, it's the bankers. We have to unite against them, bro. We ain't uniting with you niggas, bro. Now you niggas want to stand on our side, man. No, we been catching this hell.
Right.
See, the shit was cool with y'all when y'all was getting a little slice of the pie. When you was fucking, what they call that, the middle class. When you was enjoying the perks and the different privileges that it comes with this color of skin you have, man. Now that the bankers, now that the chief elite of Esau is phasing out that middle line, man. You either rich or you poor. So now you Edomites, man. Now you down with us, man.
They be worse off.
Now you sitting there and we need to do something. Nah, we been down here. You ain't had no plight. You ain't had no problem when we been down here.
Say get over it.
Yeah, get over it.
Right.
You people been here for X amount of years. You put yourselves in that situation. Nigga, is you serious? Well, I guess we could say the same thing about you dumbass niggas now, man.
Well, it's worse for them. This is your world. You should be able to, you know what I'm saying, make some shit move. This is your world, your kingdom, nigga. You have an advantage in this world. You have an edge in this world just by looking the way you look. And you down here with us, that's on you, nigga. All right? It wasn't no problem. And plus, you know, it says in the times of Egypt, the servant was punished just like the fucking ruler was punished. Just like Pharaoh, just like death came into Pharaoh's house, death came all the way down into the peons' houses as well, man.
Okay.
He judged the whole nation of Egypt. Go ahead. Just like he's about to judge modern day Egypt, man. Top to bottom. Okay, go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 11. The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person.
Right. So top and bottom, whoever you was, man, the whole nation was judged, man. They all suffered, man, and your whole camp. We read it yesterday towards the end of camp, Jeremiah. All the adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. All right, you peon Edomites, you were the niggas that was in the postcards. All right, after hanging Jake, man.
Or castrating them.
Yeah, or castrating them.
After castrating them, then hanging them, and then burning them afterwards, man.
That was middle class, poor Edomites doing that shit, man. So you gotta pay, man. Prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers, that they may not rise nor fill the face of the earth with their cities. Slaughter is prepared for you. Seeing that you didn't hate blood, blood shall pursue you, man. Your tears is seeing he sought it carefully with tears. He found no place of repentance. Alright, you're not going. No mercy is gonna be shown to him that has shown no mercy, man. Alright, but you got it.
It says back in Sirach chapter 49 and verse 2, he behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people and took away the abominations of iniquity. And that's why we got that 2 Corinthians to show you that we're doing that through the Spirit, man. You know, all these lies that's been pushed out, man. Hey, it said that the deceit shall be quenched.
Yep.
All right, and that's what's happening, man. The deceit, the lies are being quenched with truth.
Yeah, it's a precept, I believe it's in Isaiah. It speaks about how he gonna make the stones of the altar as chalk stones, man. You know, so pretty much beating down these idol altars, man. And we're doing that through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But see, Yahweh Shah is going to return and he's going to physically fucking grind this goddamn place to powder, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says he behaved himself uprightly in the conversion of the people and took away the abominations of iniquity. He directed his heart unto the Lord. Excuse me. He directed his heart unto the Lord, and in the time of the ungodly, he established the worship of the Most High.
And that's exactly what's taking place today, man. In the time of the ungodly, the worship of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is being established, man. You know? As it is written, it says that the Lord prepareth us a table in the midst of our enemies, man. You know?
Yeah.
Um,
So they seeing us rise upon our feet and great fear fell upon them, man. They're seeing the kingdom of heaven being established. They're seeing that their kingdom is being translated. They're seeing all these things right before their eyes. And guess what? They can't do a damn thing about it, man. You know? And it's beautiful, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 25 and 6. And in this mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the lees, of fat things full of marrow, of wines on the lees well refined. And what is it speaking about, man? This wisdom. All right, it says wisdom hath mingled her wine, hath killed her beast in the book of Proverbs, man. You know? But it says And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, man. And that's what's happening right now, man. That's going into what, man? These lies, all right? The deceit being quenched through what? This truth being pushed, all right? It says in this mountain, that's talking about here in America, man. All right, showing you that the truth will come out of this place, right? And be spread throughout the four corners of the earth. In Matthew the 24th chapter, it says that.
Well, it's written in the book of Jeremiah
Raise up prophets.
that the Lord raised up prophets, man.
In Babylon.
You know? But here it is, once again, you got a nigga saying, the prophets are gone. There ain't no more prophets.
Niggas just
No, according to the Bible, man, the prophets have to come back real quick. Get 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, the last couple verses. The Lord told John in the book of Revelation, the 10th chapter, that he would have to prophesy again amongst many kings and peoples. Roughly paraphrasing that precept. It's Revelation 10 chapter, the 10th verse, man. In Acts the 1st chapter, the Lord told the disciples, turned apostles, that they would have to preach and be a witness unto him in the uttermost part of the earth. Where is that at? It's over here in America, man. When did the apostles come over here to the Americas? When did that happen?
Daniel.
And how do we know that America is the uttermost part of the earth? How do we know that the apostles have to come over here? Well, in the book of Jeremiah, it says that he will make the uttermost part of the earth a desolation. What is that? It's talking about America, man. You see all these precepts, right? Paints the picture for us, man. The spirit of prophecy. You see? And once again, going back to what we started with, man, these things won't come back void. Just as surely as Josiah came on the scene and did those things that man of God prophesied about, just surely these things that we're speaking about, start with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, is going to come to pass, man. Go ahead.
You want to start the Encino prophets?
2nd Ezra is 1. The last couple verses I would get for leaders.
Okay, just start at verse 39 then. 39 it says, unto whom I will give for leaders.
Unto whom I will give for leaders, man. You know? So it's speaking about what? Us in these last days, man. How the Lord will return unto us and give us back this knowledge. The spirit of life entering back into us, man. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, those pastors that would, according to the Lord's heart, that would feed the people with knowledge and understanding. Those are the leaders coming back, man.
Matter of fact, you can start up to what you said.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 1 and verse 35. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which having not heard of me yet shall believe me. To whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them.
Right. Now that's talking about what? Those wicked Jews. Yahushua gave a parable, man, about what? The vineyard.
Yep.
He said that a certain householder built a vineyard, dig the pit, you know, built the wall, roughly paraphrasing it, man. It said he lent it out to husbandmen. And he said he sent his servants. Who was his servants? The prophets, to go get the fruit that was due. What did those husbandmen do to the prophets? It said they stoned one, they beat another, they killed another. Then it said, lastly, he sent his son, saying that they shall reverence my son. What did the husbandmen say? This is the heir. Let us kill him and take his inheritance. So Yahushua asked those wicked scribes and Pharisees, what is the Lord, when he returns, going to do to these wicked husbandmen? What did they say? They said, man, surely he shall destroy those miserable men and give it to others better than them. And Yahushua told them what? You rightfully judge. They judge their own destruction, man. But who was the others they was talking about? Peter, John, the new,
unlearned men.
the men to come, right? The babes. So that's what that is talking about. That's another prophecy that Yahushua spoke about. That's being fulfilled, man. Go ahead. Because that's what it's saying. I will give your houses to people that shall come, man. That's why in Deuteronomy it says what? I will provoke you to jealousy with a people that's not a people. What is that talking about? The Israelite foreigners, man. You see? So there were wicked niggas in positions of leadership over Israel that the Lord said, you know what? I'm finna kick you niggas out of these positions, and I'm finna give these positions to people who are worthy of it, man. Like Caiaphas, the high priest. He was in a position of leadership, but guess what, man? It was going to be shown that he wasn't worthy of that. So what? So the men who are following Yahushua is going to be in that position of leadership now, man. In the kingdom of heaven, those men who are unlearned, those men who are lowly, those men who are despised, they're going to be in a position of leadership in the kingdom of heaven. That's what this precept is going into. Go ahead.
They have seen no prophets, yet shall they call their sins to remembrance.
So now it says they have seen no prophets, yet they shall recall their sins to remembrance. Now, how do you explain that, man? Because obviously these men is calling their sins to remembrance, but yet it said they see no prophets. See, now in the ancient world, perfect example, right? When Samuel went to Bethlehem so that he could anoint David, when the elders seen him coming, what happened?
Peaceably,
Why did they say that to him?
because he was a well-known prophet.
Because they knew who he was.
Yeah.
Comest thou peaceably?
Right.
It says they trembled when he came, man.
Right.
So back in the ancient world, a prophet was known. Another example is what? Is Saul amongst the prophets? Meaning the prophets were known during those times, man. Even John, during the time of Yahweh Shah, all the people recognized John as a prophet. They held him as a prophet, man. So when they would see John, that's John, right? Oh, that's Jeremiah. Can you do that in today's time? We know that those same men is back today, but can you identify who Jeremiah is? Can you point out Paul? Can you point out Isaiah?
Ezekiel.
Certain things we know in the spirit. We know Elder Abba Bivens was John the Baptist. He was Elijah in the spirit. According to what? How the Lord played everything out according to prophecy. You see? But we can't just point out a prophet, man. That's why it says they have seen no prophets. Because that's what it means. Because you have a nigga that'll come in, but you believe the apostles are prophets. Don't you believe Apostle Har is a prophet? Yeah, I do. Then that mean you seen a prophet. Yeah, but I don't know which prophet that man is. You see? And that's what that precept is going into. Let's keep reading.
They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance
Uh-huh.
and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come.
The mercy that's been extended to the people to come. That's talking about us in these days, man. Who believe and tremble at the word of the Lord. Go ahead.
Whose little ones rejoice in gladness.
Uh-huh.
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes,
That lines up with 1 Peter. Grab that. 1 Peter, the first chapter. It should be the 6th or 7th verse.
This is 1 Peter 1:6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations,
Uh-huh.
that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes,
So Peter is telling us that, but we gonna go through hell, man. This is the trying of our faith, meaning the testing of our faith. So we're gonna go through these different things, man, to see if we truly believe. Read.
though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah Mashiach,
Uh-huh. At the appearing of our Lord. Go ahead.
whom having not seen ye love.
You see that? Whom having not seen ye love. So who Esdras is speaking about in this first chapter is the same people that Peter is speaking of right to right here, man. Go ahead.
Whom having not seen ye love, in whom though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory.
You see that? So it says we have not seen him with bodily eyes, but what? We see him in the spirit through these precepts. You see? You go back to that Esdras, brother.
Come back in 2nd Ezra chapter 1 and verse 38. It says, and now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Are these men prophets?
Absolutely.
But it just said that they shall see no prophets. But here it is, the Lord said, I'm going to send these men for leaders. So it's showing you that these same men would be back today.
Yep.
But you wouldn't be able to say,
Wisdom chapter 2.
that's Jacob right there. That's Habakkuk right there. But we know these men are here. Go ahead.
Come. Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, Hosea, Amos and Micah, Joel, Obadiah and Jonas, Nahum and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi.
All prophets, man. Right? So the Lord said, I'm going to give you all these prophets for leaders. But yet he said you ain't going to see no prophet. Now, once again, it's showing you that reincarnation. These men wouldn't be recognized as who they are but those spirits
Yeah.
would be here on this earth, man.
Well, because it said, what did the apostle write? He said that the Lord will give some teachers, some prophets, some evangelists for the perfecting of the saints of the ministry. So that's a clear cut right there for you to say, oh, the prophets said that was back then, or they got that saying, oh, John was the last prophet. Well, that's a contradiction right there, man.
That's just the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with the son.
So they were showing their salvation. You know, get on their phone.
Still recording.
All right, keep moving.
I got something. Matthew chapter 28, and Yahweh said unto them, verily I say, ye shall follow me in the region when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of glory, ye all shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That the apostles who would be back in the last, Yahweh will return, man. The whole generation, the believers, they're back today, man. Even believers. Alright, the ones that pure shine, they're all back today, man. Everybody's back here in these last days ready to get a reward.
Well, they in their lot. It's in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter. It says that Daniel returned and stand in his lot at the end, man.
What does that mean?
And that was not Daniel a prophet. So they're showing you that Daniel was here too, man.
It said, let the righteous steal, let the holy steal, let the wicked be wicked steal. So everybody got lots.
That's it.
Because that word generation, is again, and then you go into generation. It says body of rules born about this period, line, race, genos. So it's it's the same thing as reincarnation. Is again, and incarnation is in the flesh. You're in the flesh again.
Yeah, I'll read one on that. It says, verse 29, and every one that have forsaken houses and brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, children, or lands for my name, shall receive fold and shall inherit everlasting life. So if we want that reward, man, we're gonna have to take. Alright, we're gonna have to lose. It's called addition by subtraction. Alright? We need to subtract certain things so that at the end, everything added on to us. Everything will be given on to us. We'll get anything we lose, we'll get it back in the kingdom in its pure form. In its purest, most righteous form. So all we gotta do is continue to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and he's gonna give us more. We in that time where he's gonna return and sit on that throne. We're in the time right now. He's establishing his rulership through us. We're heralding. He put spirit upon us to herald his return, to roll out the red carpet for him. One of my favorite, the apostles obviously introduced it to us, the Bugs Bunny. All right, whooping Esau's ass, with the scepter. All right, but before that, he opened the scrolls. He read the scrolls. All right. He heralded and announced the return of the king. Then he put on the robe and he put on the crown, and that's when he returned. The king started whooping his ass, man. All right, so that's where we're at. We're heralding his return.
Prophesying.
We're prophesying. We're announcing the return of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, whom royally called Jesus Christ. And when he comes, he gonna beat these nations into powder, like the scriptures say, man. It says that the Lord will set up It says, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed, and it shall break in pieces all these other nations, man. And it shall stand forever and ever, man. We back standing on our feet. And fear is falling upon all the ones that's in the know. All the ones that know what's really going on, they're scared. They're in fear because they know what happens next. And that's why they moving how they moving, trying to upset the prophecies, which we just read it.
Yeah.
His counsel shall stand. He will do all his pleasure.
Yeah, you can't do it, man. Hey, this devil, one of his forefathers tried to do that back then, man. And what happened? You fulfill more prophecies, man. You see, it's all going according to the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You can't stop that, my nigga. He when were the Messiah be born? where he gonna be born at.
I'm trying to worship
And
him.
you had wicked niggas that told him, oh, well, he's born in Bethlehem, you know. So he sent the wise men that came, look, when y'all come back, let me know, you know.
They dipped out.
The
on
Lord
his
told
ass.
the Lord, because the Lord told him,
Yeah.
you know, don't return back to him, man. So what did he do?
He
He
started
sent out the
slaughtering.
army, man.
Yeah.
He sent out the army to, from the time that the wise men came, from 2 years and under, if I'm remembering correctly, man. All those children, man. He
You gotta
put to
pay for
death,
that.
man. Right? But that fulfilled the prophecy. See, he tried to stop the prophecy in Yahweh
Yeah.
Shai being born,
Yeah.
and in doing so, he
Rachel,
fulfilled the
yeah.
prophecy, man.
Rachel weeping for her children.
You see? So it was all written, man. It was supposed to go like that. So even if Esau set something up to try to stop prophecy, it was written in prophecy that you would do that to fulfill another prophecy.
I call my children.
So you ain't stopping nothing, my nigga. You not stopping nothing. Let's get that in Esdras. At 2nd Esdras 6 and 1.
I got it. The second Esdras 6 and 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made.
It's like the brother explained about the kingdom of heaven being established, man. There's nothing you could do to stop that, bro. You know? Even when we was building the second temple, it was nothing those heathen could do to alter that, man. It was going to get done.
That's
See,
right.
it was written in the story. See, it was prophecy for it to take that long in the first place. See, those heathen think they got small victories. Oh, we stopped them from building for years, these couple years, and these little times. Bro, it was written like that. In the book of Daniel 9, it says that the wall should be built in troublous times. So it was prophesied that that was going to take place like that, man. But did you stop it from getting built? No, you didn't, my nigga. You see? So this devil think he's holding something off. Yeah, we held him off from waking up, so we got a little extra time. Nigga, no, bro.
Wow.
The time you have is the time the Lord allowed you to have. See, the Lord has a day, an hour, a month, all that's prepared, man. You see? He said he has set bounds that he cannot pass. There's a set time that the Lord has set for your ass, man. And you can't go beyond that. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 6 and 1, it says, and when he said unto me in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, and ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen.
So it's on before all these things.
Before anything was made.
Before it thundered and lightened on the earth, before the foundations of paradise, before the flowers. Go ahead.
or ever the movable powers were established.
It's talking about the bodies of heaven, the sun, the moon, the stars, right?
Before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together.
Before the angels, man. Come on, man. Go ahead.
It's collapsing.
This is our generation. In his mind, he knew that he wouldn't receive them at that time. He did was for what? The generations. So it's that we're establishing, man. You know? What now is going to set up our children's 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 children. You know? And ultimately the whole nation. That's why in Isaiah the 58th chapter it says that the men that are delivered, man, they're going to hold a certain title, man. And that title is going to be called the repair of the breach, the restore of past to dwell in, man.
It needs that.
Ezekiel the 13th, those wicked false prophets said that them niggas wouldn't bring in the rightness of the Lord people. So who would be there? You think the repair, he wouldn't be written? You think the past to dwell in, he's talked about?
On that gate.
You see? We're establishing here what all about Shem Yahweh Shai. We're going to own the earth.
That's right. Wow.
And all creation. Not just the world, Craig. All of creation, man.
Own the earth. Wow. Own the earth. That's a lesson.
Look what this devil is doing, man. The earth into the hands of the wicked and look done with it, man. Animals that innumerable for multitude. Now it's only a few left in danger. A garbage patch the size of Texas floating in the Pacific. You got orbiting the earth. You got garbage orbiting the earth, bro.
Dirty ass Edomite shit like that, man.
Like, that's how you know if the Lord allowed this devil to have planetary travel. He'll pollute.
whole damn universe.
The fucking universe, the whole galaxy
Yeah.
would be a fucking garbage dump, man. That's filthy. The devil has to go. It said the Lord will destroy him and destroy the earth. This guy gotta get out of the fucking way, man. Put in the chain, to be more technical. And when he put in the chains, he needs to be put to rebuild all the bullshit, all right, that he caused on this earth, man. All right.
On 2nd Ezra 6 and 6. Then that I could these things, and they were all made through me alone.
Then the Lord considered these things, they were all made through him alone. Right? Go ahead.
And through none other. By me, so they shall be ended, and by none other.
That's it. You know? So it's all going to be done through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what it is, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting sunder of times? And what shall be the end first, and the beginning of it that followed?
Uh-huh.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob then held for the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it.
And that's the time. That's what we shall read the next verse.
It says, verse 10, the head of man is between the heel and the hand. Question, Ezra, ask thou not.
He gave a time period, man. That was during that time.
Right.
How much now are we closer to that doubles down, man?
Hell yeah.
You know? That's the time that we in right now. And guess what? You can stop it. Back into the starting precept. Just like how you couldn't stop Josiah from being born, you couldn't stop him from doing what the man of the Lord said he.
Yeah. He wasn't gonna change his name. Mama wasn't gonna change his name. Free.
Yeah,
Or something crazy. Something. His name was gonna be Josiah, regardless. That's what it was gonna be.
TikTok, man. Time's over.
That's it. All these things that's being said out of the scriptures, man, they gonna come to pass.
They're coming to pass. They here. The MOTB is here. It's talking, yelling, and screaming. The MOTB is in the news.
Yeah, but actually,
Right.
because the Lord said He measured the time. So to measure something, it starts with that first put on the scale till it comes to that full measurement. We ain't at the full measurement of it yet. The stations out here, when the dollar completely collapses, man, and people have to go to those stations in order to get that charagma, and all that information, the money gonna be on, it's gonna be the fulfilling of that prophecy. You see? When it's actual war going off, man, when bombs being dropped, in World War III, it's actual famine, when we see Keith and Big Shirley, they're pining away, man.
Eating out the trash.
Eating out the fucking ghost.
Big ass rat. Big ass rodent, bro.
When we see these niggas dying off because they being sent over there to the Middle East to die in that war, man. The niggas that's here dying off because of food wars, man. Right? When you see different society wars, right? Because what's gonna happen? All the poor motherfuckers that's what they gonna have the same thought. Let's go over there to these rich niggas. No, nigga, they got shit stacked up. And you don't think these rich niggas, nigga, they got weapons for niggas, man.
Niggas in the country.
And they not finna price to shoot you niggas down once you cross that threshold. You see, we looking forward to, man.
Definitely. Pray for a few days on to you.
And see how Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh delivers his kid in these times to come, man. That's a precept in the book of Psalms that says, oh, how I yearn to see your power. You know? You know what happened in the ancient world? Jesus was coming defending our people, man. Destroying the enemy. The Lord was giving our forefathers actual strength.
Coming down to help.
Leaping walls, man. Slaying thousands. That's what I want to see, man. Y'all got it.
It's Second Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. It said, "Behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
How can you speak in the ears of the people the words of prophet? It ain't no prophets. Wouldn't a prophet be prophesying?
How can you be a preacher?
It says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shem, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
Right, which I'll put into your mouth. What that nigga T is talking about, that's not what the Lord put in his mouth. The Lord's not speaking through him. He's not using him to bring forth, to proclaim prophecies. He doesn't have the testimony of Mashiach Yahushai, man. And some of the rest of these
It's not even the testimony of Jesus. Even if these is the testimony of Jesus, they'd be saying it's about to happen, but they ain't even saying nothing about to happen. The Lord said in Isaiah, "Bring forth your strong causes, man." It says, "Bring forth these nations, man. Tell them to bring forth their I think it says causes, man. Your reason. I think that's
Yeah, let's read.
No, that's not. It's one that says, ask them if they can recall what has happened. Tell them to speak things. The Lord's challenged these niggas, man.
Isaiah 41.
I know it's in Isaiah.
41. This is Isaiah 41 and 21.
Yep.
It's produce your cause, said the Lord Yahweh.
Produce your cause. That's what it says.
Bring forth your strong reasons, said the King of Jacob. Let them.
Your strong reason. That's your philosophies, your doctrines. Like we went into that.
If you hold this dude to be a god, you show me the reason and why there's a god. He had to do something. Elijah, when he your God got to do something. Call on that nigga, Joe. Ernie. Is that nigga sleep? Yell a little louder. What's like?
No, that's
Verse 22. Let them bring forth. So let them bring them forth, and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former what they be.
Show the former things what we see. The scriptures lines up with secular history.
Yeah.
Esau also shows you that these things was written way before those things actually happened.
No, that's wrong.
All that. He's proved all that. Because somebody say, well, the Bible plagiarized. But here it is. This devil go in the desert and dig up and find out, this was written way before.
There's the accounts of priests talking to Allen the Great, telling him, look, this is speaking about you.
And Josephus. Yeah. Well, there's I'll talk periodically, but it's a historical called the Ipawar Papyrus.
Oh, yeah.
And, this was an actual Egyptian who was chronicalizing, or he was writing down the different plagues that was hitting Egypt, bro. Talk about how they crops were destroyed by fire. It says it was a disease, all the crops. He spoke about the blood running rampant in the rivers. He talked about how it was one house dead, how everybody was for their dead. What did that sound, bro? You read that, bro. It's like, bro, nigga, this is the Egypt. This is an actual Egyptian record these things.
the doing.
This is an outside
External
resource
yeah.
outside of the Bible, man. That shows you that that's there. This devil goes deep sea down in the Red Sea, and he's finding fucking chariots all at the bottom of the fucking. I get there, bro. Did all explain to you how the Epic of Gilgamesh explains how none of that explains that, bro. There was the account with these priests who went to the Egyptian king, and they was recounting the fact that the priest gave with Joseph and that Pharaoh at that time about how the priest's land wouldn't be given a right. So if these things wasn't true, these priests coming to the king, like, look, bro, why is they going to the king to honor an imaginary? If Joseph never existed, if we were in Egypt, if that never happened, why is there an actual historical account of these priests going to the Egyptian king like a couple hundred years ago? This was written. You gotta honor this. only Esau tell you that the book is imaginary. These things never happen.
He believes in the book.
But here it is. It produces names.
Yep.
Cyrus came on the scene. In the book of Isaiah, Cyrus was prophesied by name before he was even born,
Just like Josiah.
just like Josiah.
Just like Yahweh.
Alexander the Greek by name. It names Shalmaneser. It names Esarhaddon. It names Sargon. It names the different terrorists. It names the
Xerxes.
emperor. I think it named Claudius. Howard Shaw was born during the time of Augustus. It named, in the Maccabees, the Lucian line, the Meg line, bro. And you go to history, bro, and it lies. So Daniel was alive at the end of the Babylonian and at the beginning of the Medo-Persian. And he was writing about the Syrian wars during the Greek Empire.
And what's so cold, him writing about wars, bro, he went into the spirit, had him go into detail. This man's daughter married this king's daughter.
How they stayed
Right.
together, and be with each
Right.
other.
Like, come on.
And when you go into those big wars, because I believe it's a series of 6 Syrian wars, it breaks it all. Bro.
Right. Like,
Details.
Second Esdras,
Second Esdras goes into the whole Roman Empire.
the 12 feathers.
It tells you who's for the war.
And it lines up with history, bro. What other book does that? You know? No other book does that, bro. We get into different documentaries, man. 'Cause there's a documentary about the flood, bro, and it shows you that these fucking geologists and the people that study the rocks and shit, they all, every fucking continent on the earth shows fucking erosion from water on the fucking,
Fast rate.
Yeah, they got fucking
every mountain they got fucking clams and oysters and shit on the top of it.
You got a bottom feeder on the top of a mountain.
How you explain that, bro?
They did not climb that.
And why do every civilization on the earth has a fucking flood story? Come on, man. But only the Bible explains it, truthfully.
We got the truth, baby. We got the truth. We got a treasure. We have a treasure. We have all the answers, sway.
And we don't even need all those things, bro. The Lord's so cold that he left all those things there. But we don't even need it. Just on face value of, no, it said in the book, that's what it is. But here it is, he left all those things there, man. He let this devil search those things out.
Extra nuggets.
Then a nigga say when man wrote the Bible. You right.
Holy men.
Holy men, as they were moved by the Holy Spirit, wrote the Bible. Nigga, get it right.
Yeah. The man wrote everything that you see.
It talks about the iconoclasm. You know what I'm saying? This devil try to chop the noses and everything.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He tried to hide it, but the scriptures say that. Like, come on now.
Everything that happened on the earth.
According to the tune of prophecy, man.
Dark ages.
Back to that second address. Nothing on this earth happens without the Lord.
Come on now.
A sparrow don't die unless he tell it to die. So ain't nobody on this earth unless the Lord tell him to be on this earth. When niggas get off this earth, it's because the Lord told that nigga get the fuck off the earth.
Christianity teaches you that the Lord just up there. Oh my God!
Who the fuck is that guy?
Scratching his head. Satan, what are you doing? Like he just
He's
lose.
incompetent.
He
Like,
lost.
he's incompetent.
He ain't got no control. He just
Fuck out
scratching
here.
his head. I can't believe Satan.
He rebelled
No,
against me.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
like Satan's just playing the harp, and then all of a sudden he just came against the Lord, and he was able to take a third of the angels and cause a war in heaven, causing all type of chaos in heaven. It says on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven is complete order. In heaven. So if it was chaos and a war going on up there, it's like why would that be the prayer? It's perfect up there, man. It said the wicked cease from sinning, roughly paraphrasing in Job the 3rd chapter, man. It's perfection going on up in the heavens, and that's what's gonna come on this earth, man. When Yahweh Shai returns and raises up his men to establish that new heaven and that new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Ask a Christian, why is Job written? If Satan just doing whatever the hell he wants, why did he need permission from the Most High to touch Job? Why did he present himself?
With the rest of the sons.
Yeah, if he got kicked
He's
out.
supposed to be banned or kicked out. He's supposed to be left.
Right.
Why did he gotta present himself?
Yeah.
Job shows you there's a time when all the angels present themselves, man.
Mm-hmm. When's comest thou? Where you been at?
He asked permission to touch Job, and the Lord granted it. So when did that happen? So did Job take place before Satan,
Before he was kicked out.
before he learned to hawk? The shit don't make sense, man.
It's a dumbass fucking fable.
Because even in Psalms, it talks about how the Lord sent evil angels in the midst of Egypt. So hold on, I thought, say here it is, he would be considered an evil angel then, right? But the Lord sent him.
He controls the evil.
He
angels.
controls all the evil angels, right hand, left hand, all that, man. Hey, the scripture says, and I think it's in the book of Romans, but it says, none resisteth his will.
Yep.
So there's nothing that's going against the will of the Heavenly Father, according to what he wrote and how he wanted, you know? Says that when the Lord created everything, man, he made everything according to how he wanted it to run. Perfect, exactly, man.
Right, even with King David.
Yeah, it said that
Said
Satan.
Satan tempted him, or pretty much he used Satan to get him to, you know what I'm saying, do what he did.
Number Israel.
To number Israel,
Yeah.
yeah. You read in two different places. It don't. In one place it don't
This
say
is the
Satan,
Lord.
and then the other place says Satan, showing
Yeah.
you that the Lord is in control of Satan. He uses him to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
You know, talks about spirits created for vengeance. When they give that, when they're given that commandment, they transgress not.
Right.
They follow what they told to do. That will fall into the category of an evil angel. Evil just means bad times. There's angels set to bring bad times. Lord set that one angel to fuck up Israel, and he killed a bunch of
That
Israelites.
was when King David.
Numbered Israel, right? That was after he numbered Israel. That was the punishment. You know, and he was fucking up. He was fucking up Israel. That show you the Lord is in complete control, man. He mustered the host of the battle.
Real quick. This is Psalms 103:20 says, "Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the word of his Salakia, hearkening unto the voice of his word." You know, so shit. If say they say he's an angel, right? Well, he does what the Lord tells him to do, man. You know, everything's in subjection, man. The Lord wouldn't be all powerful if an angel slipped his grasp.
Something he created,
Come
he
on
can't
now,
control.
He's omnipotent.
Yeah, I don't even sound right.
This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7, right? And you read this, and you read this to a Christian, man, they don't got no answer for you. Stump them. It says, I was reading for you. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So there you go. Ultimately, it's the Lord that does all these things. It's not Satan. You know, like the brother was explaining. It's all sanctioned by the Lord.
You said, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it?
That's right.
Remember that preacher at the job, the old gig? We brought him that precept out, and he goes, I gotta go home and read that and see what
That
that's
one
talking
line?
about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
forgot
no,
about
it
that.
says what it says,
And
bro.
he quit his job.
He never came
That's
back.
word.
Forgot about that anymore.
You think
God.
about what the Lord did to the earth. He flooded it during the time of Noah. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And so he's in 2 Peter it speaks about the second death. The Lord got to bring fire to this place. This is all the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's in control.
And that's a beautiful story. The Lord flooding the earth is a beautiful thing, because they was mistreating the earth. They was misusing the creation.
Yeah.
So he's brought it all to an end and restarted it. That's comforting.
And whose influence caused that?
Cain,
You know,
the devil.
as Josephus wrote, within his records, man. Cain's influence was running rampant in the earth, man. Well, what's going on today?
People start murdering each other.
You know?
Dealing.
Same thing today. Cain's influence is running the earth. Cain came back in the form of Esau Edom.
White people.
You know? Where we at? We can go back to Isaiah 41.
Going back in Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 22.
Did you have some, Dave?
No, I heard that Isaiah 45. You read.
Down in verse 22. It says, let them bring forth and show us what shall happen.
That's prophecy. So where's the prophecy in the Book of the Dead? What the fuck they call that? The keeper Negash or whatever the hell you say that, man.
Some dumbass shit.
Or the Baklava Gita, right? See all these important books of these different, what the fuck they got to say about the state of the earth? What about the Quran? And even when you hear the fucking what's the dude name? Elijah Muhammad. What's the nigga name?
Oh, you talking about
Louis Farrakhan, the water. When you hear every time that nigga ain't speaking out of the Quran.
He's speaking
That
out the
nigga
Bible.
talking about
That nigga
Christ
talking about
returning.
that nigga talking about the Bible, man. Every time you hear
In his
he's
return.
speaking out the Bible, man. He's supposed to be a Muslim. Showing you, right? And even these so-called elitists, man. When you talk, they don't say, well, we can anger the God of God as much as
We're gonna really fuck up with this one.
we can anger Krishna and don't care. You don't hear them talk, man. When they say the God of the Bible, man. So even within that, showing you who the true God is.
True God.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. How about Shamil?
Go ahead.
It says, verse 23, show
This nigga trying to hide, indirectly showing you he exists. Because here these guys supposed to be atheists.
That's the spirit. I was just gonna say that.
They supposed to not believe in a
Right.
God, but here you anger the God of the Bible as much as you want.
Right.
So he don't exist or he do. It is, nigga.
Right. Well, atheist that shows that atheist means against God. A means against theism. Goes back to theos, God. And when the main thing with atheists, they talk about the God of the Bible. They don't say, yeah, I don't believe. They're not really focused on Buddha, which he's looked at God, or they're not focused on none of these other false gods. They're talking specifically about the Bible. They don't believe in the Bible and the God of the Bible.
Talk about Ra, fucking ISIS.
Some Egyptian ass nigga.
Talk about the fucking dog head or some shit, man.
Right.
They don't talk about none of that shit.
Atheists, they come up with the beliefs of the Bible, showing you that the one true God is the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you're looking at the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's our God. That's our power. He exists. All right.
And he's for us.
For us, man. All right.
Verse 23, Isaiah 1 and 23, show the things to come hereafter.
No, finish 22.
Okay, so it says, let them bring forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things, what they be, that we may consider them, and the latter end of them, or us things for to come.
Right? So either tell us prophecy or tell us something that you said happened that's in history. Can't do it. But here it is, all that in the Bible, man. Before it was history, it was Proverbs. We read Daniel 8, the goat and the ram. That was prophecy before it was history.
Before that nigga decided to do what he did, before Alexander came up against, came up against the Persians, it was prophesied. The same with America. This place is, we prophesying his downfall. The downfall of this place is going to be history. Soon America is going to be a thing of the past. Your house is not going to continue forever.
Yep.
You're not gonna rule forever. Soon this is going to be historical.
Yeah, the time of the was prophesied before it took place, man. See, Nebuchadnezzar had the dream, and as he had that dream, he was rulership. That's why Daniel, he was the head of gold. He was already prophesied to come. During the time of Hezekiah, when Hezekiah happened to see all his good, Isaiah prophesied what? That your sons would be eunuchs to the kingdom line. Where you get Daniel, Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael.
It was rulers.
Showing you that was prophesied before it came.
prophecies read throughout the scriptures that
They all came to pass.
Yeah.
They all came to pass. Every one of them. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her made.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I was even reading about I was reading it this morning about Zedekiah in the book of Ezekiel, prophesying how he will be carried into Babylon, but won't see it. They talked about his army will be spread away from him, right? And you can read the account in Kings and Jeremiah, how when the Babylonians besieged him, they broke in the city, all right? He fled. Then his army around him, they fled out, had nobody to help him.
Yep, he got his eyes put out.
Yep, he got his ass carried, brought before the king of Babylon, children killed in front of him, as prophesied, eyes plucked out.
Well, even when it says, he was, don't quote me on the chapter, but I know it's in Ezekiel and it speaks about he cut off the top of the tree, and it said it carried into a land of traffic. Read that, man. That was talking about Gideon. That was talking about Jacob being carried into captivity in Babylon.
Yep.
Now, we use it today to explain that that's our activity here in America. Literally talking about that prophecy back then, man. You know? So, man, look.
Judas.
Yeah, Judas was prophesied. That's right.
Everything that nigga did, man. Right? Went, sold, you know, it's as it is written. Yeah, I wish I would say, as it is written, said this has to be fulfilled. You know, hey, Peter, what you saying, nigga? Like, yeah. I wish you up on that cross either, bro, but you got Satan on you. This be fulfilled. I gotta go what I gotta go through. That the scriptures may be fulfilled, man. Alright? Judas had to do what he did, that what? That the prophecy comes to pass. That the prophecy be completely fulfilled. You know? And it's the same thing that we're living in right now. These niggas scoffing, slandering.
They got a role in the Lord's movie, man.
They play a role.
And your ass ain't breaking out of that role.
Playing their
You know,
part.
I be the quarterback. Nigga, you made the role, nigga. You know, here it is, what they call you an extra on the set, throwing a fit.
Trying to be the man.
Man, why am I the main character? Nigga, we'll remove you and get another extra, nigga.
Some scrawny ass nigga trying to be Thor.
You know, yeah. You
You
know,
don't fit the bill.
Stan, why can't I play Thor? No, bro. You know, everybody's their role, man. That's all. For this movie, you don't even have a your role is your role. You know? Go ahead, let's finish up in Isaiah.
Verse 23, it says, show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that they are gods.
So I have something to come. We can know that you a God. See, strong reasons. Why do you say this nigga's a God? You know?
That's why he said there's none like me.
And that's why I go to the 44th chapter. Ye are my witnesses. Before was any strange God amongst you. Man.
Yahweh witnesses.
I told you that these things would come before it would come so that you wouldn't say, my idol did it. Go ahead.
Says that
And this is what we saying here today, man.
We the witnesses.
But now you got Christian pastors. They watching our videos, man. They watching the apostles. Now they coming up like they came with the bro.
They learning.
Well, Jesus, this is Babylon the Great, and it shall be destroyed in 1 hour. Nigga, boy, where you, ain't never heard you niggas going into that, man. But that's them trying to say that they idols. Nah, bro. How about some of y'all clear these things, man?
All right. Show the things that are hereafter, that we may be our gods. Hey, do good, evil, that we may be dismayed, and behold it to be
Do something. Do something.
Tell me you're gonna do
That
something.
we made.
See, now Isaiah 45 says what? I create the good, create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Look, let you niggas do something.
Buddha ain't killed nobody. Alright?
That's Baruch the 6th chapter of Jeremiah. The idol can't defend itself.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It said when fire come, nigga can't save itself to grab him.
Yeah.
It said when robbers come in.
Nigga standing there doing nothing.
He said he holds like a warrior.
Where we
He holding the sword. But he ain't with it.
But I mean,
Sit
we
there
can
watching
look
that
at the
ride.
accounts with the Lord, man. Yeah, just recently, the best thing I can think about is that shit in Brazil, they had a whole satanic parade with floats like Satan and shit. They were mocking the Lord. Next thing you know, the Lord flooded that shit, man. You have Stephen Hawking, right? That was his name, Stephen Hawking. He was mocking the Lord, talking shit. The Lord fucked his ass up, man.
I think that nigga dead now.
Yeah, he did. You know?
Yeah, that nigga was already fucked
And he
up.
was already fucked up. You talking about the crippled nigga in that?
Yeah, because at first he was fine, and then he started talking shit about the Lord. Then he became a cripple and fucked his ass.
When he was straight at first.
Yeah, I thought that nigga was always
I thought
like
he was
that.
always like that. That's why I was like, man, ain't no way this nigga. I always thought they was just like that nigga on the remote. Like saying this nigga, like he just in the chair, but they like making him talk because they had a machine on him making him talk and shit. Yeah, like I thought that was just like a puppet, but I guess he was able to walk
Yeah,
before.
that nigga was able to walk and shit.
Oh shit, yeah, that's what you get then.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh, but yeah, man, the Lord is not mocked. You know? So, back in Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 24.
Boy, that nigga was born like that. Boy.
That
That nigga
Boy,
came out
in the
the
chair.
chair. Exactly.
Came out with the chair.
That nigga came out with the chair.
Boy, the baby
Shit,
chair.
that crooked ass glasses.
Came out with the whole thing.
Came out with everything. That nigga came out with the glasses, the chair.
The whole nine.
It says, verse 24, behold, ye are of nothing, and your work is of naught. An abomination is he that chooseth you.
That's it, man. An abomination is he that chooses you, man. See,
Yeah.
see, the Lord has opened our eyes that allows us to, see these things, bro.
God.
I believe that's the same 44th chapter, man. He said, look, the same God goeth into the wilderness, into the woods. He cutteth down a tree. He make it firewood. He heat up his food with the same wood he went and cut down, and with the refuge he make a god and bow down to it, man.
The scraps.
And it said they don't even consider in his mind that I just warm my food with this. I use the other half of firewood, and now I'm gonna bow down to the stock of a tree.
Stupid.
Feed it on
Dust
And that's why it says it's not this a lie in my right hand. See, they make strength. They make these idols. They make these false things, lies their refuge. And ultimately, that's what's gonna lead them to get the charagma.
Yeah.
Because in today's time, that lie in your right hand gonna be that C hip, man. And what's gonna cause you to go get that C hip? Your desire to live a little bit longer, man.
That's all it is.
But that goes back to idolatry. What we was going into about that beneath mentality, man. And all these different, factors through the spirit that we can see that's gonna cause these people to take that C hip, man. But then you got a nigga that'll jump up and say, it's sin. It's an embargo.
It's a wild, man.
But y'all get what y'all got. If nobody got that, I guess we can read that 44.
I have something real quick. This is Habakkuk.
Go ahead, huh?
Oh, come on. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, I will stand on my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may runneth that readeth it. And
Now, that's what we doing, man. We standing on our watch. All right, we looking for the return of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. It says that in 2nd Esdras. It says, pray for a few days on to you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared. Watch. So that's what we looking for. We looking for and hastening on the return of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, so that he can end this place. All right, bring this wicked ass world to an end. That's what needs to happen. That's what's good for the world. What we preaching, what we prophesying, what we teaching is what's good for the planet. It's what's good for everybody in the planet. This devil needs to be removed. He's ruling incorrectly. He's hurting everybody. The brother read it yesterday at camp, Proverbs 29. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. Everything is in a state of mourning. We also read that in Isaiah how everything is languishing. The earth is languishing right now. Why? Because the devil is in rulership. So what we're preaching is judgment coming to this devil for all the wickedness that he has done. All right, and everything putting back in its proper order. The earth is being mismanaged. All right. So what we're saying is, in these times that we're living in right now, the Lord is going to set up what does it say in Sirach 10? set up one that is profitable. Okay? He's going to set up a just ruler. It says, he that sitteth on the throne must be just, ruling in the fear of the Lord. And that's what's about to be set up. And in that same Sirach, it says that the Lord layeth down the throne of proud princes and setteth the meek in their stead. Alright? So that's what's about to be set up. This devil's getting put down. The meek is getting set up. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, and that's what we're seeing now. You know, we're seeing the vision. All right, and we're just patiently waiting for it to come to pass. All right, we're patiently waiting for this devil to be fully brought down. You know, to where the Lord is going to establish His righteous kingdom. You know, just like how the brother was mentioning, how the meek is going to inherit that righteous kingdom, man. You know, and that's what we're waiting on. It says, though it tarry, you know, it shall surely come. So it's so it will come, man. You know, just like the prophecies of old. You know, that's history now. You know, the prophets were out prophesying about the downfall of those many great kingdoms. You know, and they fully came to pass. Just like how we're out here prophesying about this kingdom falling down and how it's going to come to pass. Man.
Right. As in the times of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. At one point, it seemed like the Noah's prophecies that he was pushing was tarrying. 50 years passed, still ain't rained. Niggas still eating and drinking and prospering. 70 years passed, it still ain't rained. Eventually, niggas got rained on. Eventually, he was in the ark and niggas was drowning. Alright? And we at that time, alright, where niggas is about to be drowning. Meaning niggas about to get judged. And the Lord's going to allow His men, He's going to withdraw His men into that ark, into that safe place, man. He's going to hide us. Talk about how He'll hide us in His pavilion, roughly paraphrasing, man.
And same thing with Jonah. Jonah went prophesying against Nineveh, and the Lord didn't destroy Nineveh right away after Jonah prophesied against it, man. But when you read the book of Tobit, what did he tell Tobias' son? He said, look, make sure you get out of Nineveh, because I fully believe what the prophet Jonah spoke about, man. And then I believe Tobias was in his older age, and it said what? He heard about the destruction of Nineveh, man. You see? So it didn't happen when Jonah prophesied against it, but nigga, his words didn't come back void.
Prophecy always catch up to you.
You see? Because it's all in the Lord's time, man.
I got something.
Like that's what we quoted the precept earlier, man. He doeth not move nor stir till the said measure be fulfilled, man. So each prophecy has a certain measurement, man. It's like when you're measuring something, you're measuring sugar or salt or, you know, or just like an hourglass. That hourglass is measured for an hour. So once all that sand goes to the other side, a whole hour passed.
He fulfills complete.
You know? But right when you flip it, what? The sand starts to, you know? So it's the same thing with the prophecies of the Lord. Some prophecies is just like that, and some prophecies is the hourglass, man. Just like the MOTB. We're seeing the beginning stages of that. You know? We seeing them roll out the system. We're seeing these things.
Playing upon tables.
You know? But it's gonna be at its fullness when what? When we see those stations set up. When you can't eat or drink or have a job or pay your rent or have your being without having that seed help in place within you, man.
It's Isaiah 44 and 25. That frustrated the tokens of liars and maketh diviners mad. That turneth wise men backward and maketh their knowledge foolish.
Right. So whatever you think that's gonna come to pass, man, the Lord gonna put a proverbial monkey wrench in that shit, man. It says he frustrated the tokens. That's the signs of liars, man. You think, oh, you saying this about to happen? Nah, nigga, that ain't what the Lord said. Just like in Jeremiah the 28th chapter with Hananiah, the false priest or the false prophet. Oh, in such and such days, the Lord gonna do this and He gonna break the yoke. Jeremiah said, well, shit, I wish that was true. But nigga, let me tell you what the Lord said, dog. So a guy gonna say gonna happen, that's gonna happen, don't show that nigga to be false.
It says, verse 26, that confirmeth the word of heaven, that performeth the counsel of his messengers, saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt. So the Lord is confirming the thing that his messenger's been talking about. He's allowing it to come to pass. This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter that the brother read. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put into your mouth. Apostle, starting with
he finished it.
it's starting with the Apostle Tahar. We've been pushing on down to the rest of the apostles and on down to the rest of the men of Great Millstone. We've been pushing the MOTB. Now you got the WEF showing you them niggas is the real ones that's in control. Talking about, look, nigga, you don't get this CBDC under your skin, you're not gonna be able to participate in this society, man. You're not gonna be a part of this society. You're not gonna be able to buy or sell, okay? Unless you following what we talking about, man.
Nah, brother, that's talking about big nations and little nations.
You niggas is
Talking about individuals. Change the tune. They're gonna cause you to sin through the CBDC individuals. Like, bro. Like, how you sit in this classroom, bro, hearing this nigga change it up? Like, how was you not like,
What is it, bro?
bro, that ain't what you said, bro.
it's just like niggas in the church.
Amen, niggas.
Yeah.
That's
Bring it
what
out.
I'm
They said they confirming
No,
that how they go?
Right, it's like,
Jeremiah
fuck.
confirm a word. Make it.
Hoping them to confirm. I think it's Ezekiel 13, nah?
I'm gonna look it up.
I think that's Ezekiel 13.
Yeah, God.
You got it?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Ezekiel 13:6. It says they have seen vain lying, divination, saying the Lord Yahweh said.
Going back to diviners,
Yeah.
making diviners mad. But go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh hath not sent them, and they others to hope that they would confirm the word.
Can I get a Hallelujah? He's the same as the false pastors in this, man. With an Israelite twist to it. Alright, the real prophets, the real talking about what we talking about, man. Just plain and simple. It's not bragging. It's just true. That Ariella says, it's just true. The Lord speaking through us, man. That humbly. As humble as possibly say it. The Lord speaking through us, starting with the apostles and the elders. That's why what we're speaking is coming to pass. I just read it. I'm going to read it again. I said on that right? Isaiah 44:26, that confirmeth the word of his servant. Our words are being confirmed, who his servants are, showing you who the true worshipers are.
Well, the scriptures tell you that. It said if the word of that prophet don't fear him, you know You know? So the Lord made it clear within the book, man. Right? This is where our faith will lie. See, this is what allows us to discern between who serves the Lord and who don't. That's why the church of Berea went back and searched those things out, whether Paul was telling the truth or not, man. And that's something that these guys in these other camps not doing. You know? Y'all, I SUPK, I pretty much just follow whatever y'all say.
Nigga, where's your Bible at?
But is that okay?
It's ridiculous. It says that
It's a
confirm.
damn shame.
It's a damn
You need somebody
shame.
to tell you, is adultery okay? You know, you need somebody to tell you, bro. Is that okay? Like, nigga, what?
It says that confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers. That saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited. And that's it, man. We're saying that we're gonna go back. Jerusalem about to get hit with nukes. Right? It need to be cleaned up. That land needs to be made even ground.
We getting our land back, man. After that land is cleansed, man, we getting our land
it.
back, and the fullness of our nation is gonna be back to
That's
where
it.
we belong, man.
That's good news.
You know, like when Apostle Rakai was here, we was looking at, you know, the Gadite dances and them hitting the drums, and I'm just looking at all of them, bro. I'm sitting there, like, bro, that's our people, bro.
Yeah.
But here it is, they caught, like, we understand that that's our people, but they don't. That's their culture.
Yeah.
You know, you got southern, you got down in South America, they think that's their culture. You know, our people in West Africa, they think that that's their culture, and it's like, it's still a separation within our people, man.
Divided.
You know, but the believers are coming together first and foremost, man, because that's where it starts with the elect. But can't wait till we in our land and the fullness of our people are all together, bro. It's gonna be great, bro.
Ah,
Man, it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Because as we was watching that with the apostles, bro, that's all that was in my mind, bro. Like, man, I can't wait till we all in our land together, bro.
power
Like
every day.
every last one of us, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All our people scattered to the four corners of the earth. Like, we're back in our land, knowing who we are, serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai as we was purposed to do, man.
No fighting. No death.
Ain't no chicken heads.
No. Why was I thinking the same? I was gonna set it up. No chicken heads, no crack heads.
You
Taste
know,
that.
being able to taste fresh air, man.
Man.
We gonna have real fruit, good clean girls. We'll have real women.
Good news. Yeah, not these masculine assholes with big shoulders.
Yeah, bitch a linebacker.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch built like Ray Lewis.
There's
Yeah.
not feminine at all.
Not submissive.
The bitch is a real nigga. Most of these black women are real niggas. Like, they the realest niggas out here.
Bro, brother shared a picture, bro. I call it as the Reuben Stuttards.
Oh, the dyke.
Did you see
dykes?
that? Yeah, they
Oh,
had
yeah.
the suits on.
Yeah, that's what you
I'm like, oh my God, bro.
They look like they were
That
related to
shit
Ray.
cool, bro. That shit
But the shit is sad. Like, that's our women, bro. That's our, no other nation on the earth women look like that, bro.
Three big bitches with suits on.
sad.
That's our women. Not, bro, like, what the, what?
The Isley studs.
Bro, name another nation of women who look like that, bro.
Isley Stuttards.
Yeah, that's what they call themselves, the Isley Stuttards. I call them the Reuben Stuttards. They ass look like Reuben Stuttards, the dude that was a big ass.
This
You know?
is my song for 2004. That song, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
Reuben Stuttards.
it's fucking sad, man.
That's sad as fuck. They didn't look like women at all. You
No.
gotta take a real close look. Bitch got the corner, the fucking
They
braids
had
to the
dreads.
back.
They had the dreads.
Oh, they had dreads, right. It was like, wow. Got this mean ass look. Like, they look like niggas, man.
Stank.
Stank, you could tell they
Yeah,
stank.
you know
They're
they
musty.
stink.
They look like they stand on a corner drinking 40s and Black and Miles and shit.
But them bitches still get periods. The Lord remind them every month, you are a woman. Alright? It's gonna be beautiful when 2/3 get wiped out. As bad as it sounds, these niggas gotta get wiped out.
Somebody on the line. Reset him. These niggas need to be reset so that when the kingdom of heaven is established, now you come back in your right mind, man.
You gonna come back and be
You're gonna come back in your full femininity.
Yep, yep,
You know?
yep.
You ain't gonna be all big and bloated with Ray Lewis shoulders. No, you're gonna come back petite, feminine,
No tattoos.
you know, delicate, man.
Goodness, no
You know?
tattoos.
Gonna have your beauty back. You ain't gonna be burning.
Yeah, these bitches are depressed. The men, they gonna come back and be handsome little boys.
Yeah, ain't gonna be fun boys, man.
Yeah, that dumbass tattoo on your forehead is gonna be gone.
Niggas wrist gonna have a strength to it.
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
Your
there
back
ain't,
not
there
gonna be
ain't
broke.
no way in hell lip wrist gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, boy.
You ain't gonna see one yellow dread for eternity.
Man.
In our
Call
That's-
the lawyer.
that's good news.
That's good.
Not a
No
yellow
more
dread.
dreads, no more dreads,
pants
no more
off the
yellow
ass.
dreads, leprous dreads. The
So I was
former
watching-
things, it says the former things are past.
Yeah.
It said the fashions of this world passeth away, haste to pass away, man.
I can't wait too, man.
Can't
It
wait.
says
What we talking about is paradise. What we talking about is perfection.
And if you ain't feeling, man, look,
If you ain't with it,
you the problem.
You
You
the
gonna
problem,
get
yeah.
put to the side too, man.
you either get down or lay down.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and 21. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous.
Every one of them, man. But then again, you got an Israelite group teaching, and you gonna have Israelites burning in hell,
Well, they got niggas saying this the new covenant right now.
bro. You got an Israelite group. Let that sink in. You got an Israelite group teaching. It's gonna be Jake's burning in hell,
But we hate our people though.
bro. What the fuck, bro? Like we came out of that, like
That's easy. That's the first thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like,
already knew. Hell,
coming
it was-
into the
Yeah.
knowing who you are. That's
Yeah.
something that you know is that's one of the strongholds that's killed
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you come into the faith, man.
It's like
See, in
101.
Christianity, yeah, that's the basic things that Christians teach. So when you come into the faith, it's like, yeah, that's one of the first things you learn, bro. You learn that the color of the Lord,
The Trinity is off.
you know,
Yeah.
you know, you learn His
Virgin
true
birth.
name, you know, you learn there ain't no such thing, no such place called hell that you gonna burn forever.
That's simple.
You taught about reincarnation, you know what I'm saying? These niggas talking about Jake gonna burn forever, bro. When it
Stop
clearly
it.
just told us right here, all our people is going to be righteous, man. It tells us in the book of Romans, all Israel shall be saved.
That's beautiful.
Bro.
For someone to say that is off. That's off. You following these niggas?
Right.
See, we got the perfect message. We teaching it. We have a more sure word of prophecy. And the Lord is so great. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want it any other way.
It says his wrath will not endure forever, man. You know? Like,
Yeah. Niggas that's going completely the fuck off right now will die on this side, but they get to come back. Them being Israelites, they get to come back and enjoy the kingdom as citizens in a glorious kingdom. And being amongst the ruling nation. That's like the Lord is perfect. That's merciful as can be. I'm talking about Lil Wayne is gonna be in the kingdom. He's gonna die on this side. Don't get it twisted. Don't get shit misconstrued. Cardi B is not gonna make it. She's gonna be born again. She'll be a cute little girl. She'll be raised up. All them bodies, that's when she'll be a born again version, right? That's when her wholeness will be erased. Alright? After she get nuked or whatever the fuck's gonna happen to her, right? She'll be back. She won't be all masculine. Yeah, she won't have her BBL. She'll be natural and she'll be married to one man for eternity, man. That's a perfect story. Alright, these men, they gonna come back, their pants gonna be where they supposed to be. Okay?
We don't have our traditional garb on, man.
That's right.
You know, long garments with the breeches.
Wow.
Nice.
Well,
It says, thy people, Isaiah 16:21.
Yes. In Acts it says, it's now the time when you're going to restore the kingdom unto Israel. That's what our people need. We need restoration. Alright? And it starts with this word. This word is the beginning stages of being healed. The beginning stages of being restored back to that first estate. Go ahead.
Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
That means multiple women right there. That show you right there. Because one woman, I can't remember who I was watching. It might have been a podcast or whatever. And they asked the dude, you got children? He said, I'm working on 100. And the bitch was like, with one woman? No, with a bunch of them. You know? And that was some so-called high value man on this side. But in the kingdom, it's like, we can actually do that. We can also be, we can actually be fruitful and multiply without.
100 is low ball.
100 is, it said a little one shall become 1,000. How much more a big one? Right? What's he gonna become? You know what I'm saying? How much more one of them high ranking, you know? But we'll be able to be fruitful and multiply without having to worry about child support, without having to worry about
and actually have the means to take care of them, man. You know, Jake be trying to multiply wives on this side, can't even take care of the women, can't take care of the children you produce, man.
3 women in an apartment.
You know, see, but in the kingdom of heaven, man, we gonna have the resources to properly be able to take care of our women, man. And they gonna have servants, you know. We gonna be able to take care of our children and leave an inheritance to my son's son, you know. And I'm just talking about being able to give him something, because I ain't gonna leave it. You ain't gonna die, you know. So just being able to park my land, like, yep, that part is giving me, you know.
That's Yapa. That's perfect. Perfect. It says, can we read that, Baba Kusha? Are we done on that? Could someone get 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, the 50th verse? I'm gonna finish on this. It's Isaiah 40 and verse 26. That confirmeth the word of his servant.
44, right?
Salakia. When I say 40, it's Isaiah 44 and 26. It says that confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers. That saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof. I'll read another one. It says, that saith to the deep, be dry, and I will dry up. That's the point. Alright, so that saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, man. That saith to Israel, you shall be built up, man. Okay? And the man, Israel, I'm picturing it right now, and it's glorious, but what I'm picturing pales in comparison to what it's actually going to look like. It says, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has entered into the hearts of men what the Lord has prepared for them that wait for him and that love him, man. We read the description of how the streets is going to be paved with gold, and you can picture that. but it falls short to what it's actually gonna look like. Just like when they talking about King Solomon and all his glory, they boasted of it, and when the Queen of Sheba came, she said, them niggas, fell short in describing how glorious you are and how much wisdom you have. That wasn't even the kingdom though. How much more when we get the kingdom in its fullness, but
The second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50 says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
so that has to happen before the kingdom gets established. Judgment has to come, man. You wanna specifically talking to Israel, you wanna be disobedient, you're gonna get your ass whooped, right? You gonna get your ass whooped before I take you to Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna just get this reward. Alright, and you've been bad all goddamn day. You're gonna get your ass whooped first, man. You gonna know that how the fuck you been moving, alright, is off.
Yeah, well,
And
you
then I'm
ain't
give
even
you
going to
dinner.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
You can cancel that.
Yeah, that's off the go sit in your fucking room.
Yeah, go stand in that corner.
Yeah.
Think about what you've been
Look at
doing
the
all
wall.
day. And that's we're pretty much what the Lord is doing to them. Hey, in Hebrews it says that they wouldn't see his rest, man. He said that they wouldn't enter into it, man. So they have to be born into it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be reset.
Yeah.
Try again. Go ahead, up.
It says, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom."
Plenteousness is made ready. Paradise is open. Rest is allowed. Perfect goodness. Oh, in the 7th chapter it says, talks about a city being builded, wherein dwelleth all good things. Everything will be good in the kingdom. T-Pain, the good life, like better than the life I live. That's gonna be the real good life, man.
Yeah, just imagine what Ezra's seen, man. When he seen the vision of that woman and she turned into the city. Bro, the angel told him, bro, go inside the city and see as much as our eyes able to see, bro. Man, come on,
That's
man.
a dream you don't want to wake up from.
God, no. It's like you wake up and you just depressed
Wake
now.
up morning.
God. It says, "The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the mouth is hid from you.
The
And
root
corruption.
read that again.
The root of evil is sealed up from you."
Deceit is quenched. There's no more evil. Right? Go ahead. All thy people shall be righteous. Go ahead.
Weakness and the mouth is hid from you.
No more pain. No more sorrow. No more death. You're going to wipe away all our tears. No more weakness. Alright? No more pain in wherever you feeling pain at. Alright? No more wicked thoughts. All that's about to get demolished with this place, man. Death is swallowed up. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, "Corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten."
Corruption is fled into hell. It talks about in Revelation 20, it said that hell was cast into the lake of fire, man. All our problems got to get burnt with this place, man. Keisha, she gonna get burnt. The judicial system gonna get burnt.
No more death.
Okay, these bodies is not going with us. I don't want to get delivered. The bodies is not going with us. These weak ass bodies is not going with us into the chariots, man. It says that we must put off this corruption to inherit incorruption. It said, "Who shall change? Yahweh Shai will change our vile bodies, that it may be likened unto his glorious body." This is what we are preaching, man. They gonna demonize us. They talk shit about us. We the only ones that's really pushing righteousness, man. We the only ones talking about a perfect world. You other nations is gonna be straight in this kingdom. You gotta get punished. That's a part of it. That's gonna happen. Alright, ain't no escaping that. You did us dirty. Alright, you fucked with the wrong. You touched John Wick's dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get paid back for that. But after 1,000 years, like the prophet says, you'll be able to, you know, follow the rules, okay? And y'all be living a lot better than you living right now. Not gonna be no fucking lady boys amongst the gooks, okay? You're not gonna have to, you know, deal with the bullshit system that you're dealing with right now. Because you're gonna be under the gods. You're gonna be under the sons of God, you know? Was that it on that?
A little more. It says sorrows are past, and the end is showed. It's like it, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality.
And that's what's being shown. We're in the end right now, and immortality is being presented in the form of this knowledge. In the form of this wisdom. This is the tree of life right here. This is the tree of immortality right here, man. It starts with this word. It says, in the pathway of the righteous, there is no death. We walk in that path right now. If we continue on that path, we're gonna become immortals, man.
The ally of wisdom is immortality.
That's right. You got it on that?
Anybody got anything else?
I got one. This is Sirach 36.
That's a spirit. I was thinking about Sirach 36 about 4 or 5 precepts ago.
This is Sirach 36 and 1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. And that's what the Lord is about to come and do, man. He's about to come and visit this place and give reward to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And because even, hey, Yahweh Shai is a prophet, and it is prophesied that he was going to come and return, you know what I'm saying, to this place, you know, and give everyone their reward. And I'll just read it real quick. In Matthew 16 and 27, it says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. So the Lord is coming back to reward, hey, the elect and all these other nations, man. And Lord, hey, Lord willing, we are part of that elect that received, because all of Israel, like the brothers were saying, is going to receive, is going to come back in the kingdom in their right mind. Because it also said in it was Isaiah 45, where it says that all the seed of Israel should be justified and shall be glory. So hey, we got a kingdom coming. This is right here is not our continual city. We here is no continual city, but we seek one to come. So we know that.
Once again, that's what we look to. You know. Go ahead.
It says, time short.
Make the time short. Yep.
Oh, I say.
Yeah. You know, you read it out on the phone.
Yeah.
Joe, them apps.
Is make the time short. Remember them, declare thy wonderful works.
Mm-hmm. The brother quoted it earlier, man. You know, says pray for a few days. They may be short, and the kingdom is already prepared. Watch. You know, so the Lord is making the time short, man, and it's beautiful to see, man. Esau trying to rationalize it all. The earth is spinning faster now, and the days are shorter. Nigga, the Lord doing it, man. See, this dude trying to do everything to discredit the Lord. You know, the Lord said He's making the days short. Man. Go ahead. You don't need no scientific explanation. You don't need all that shit, man. I remember I watched something where this devil tried to scientifically explain the plagues of Egypt. Oh, this like that's them trying to discredit the Lord, man. Go ahead though.
Verse 9. Let him that escape be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people.
So everybody that came against us, man, you know, there's a judgment for it. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen, that they say, there is none other but we.
Yeah. You see, they think they're the only ones, you know. They look at themselves as they built this themselves. They look at it as you know, Isaiah 10 should come into mind. You know, Isaiah 47, Revelation 18. These heathen think that they did this, that they ruling all this, man. Start with Esau, Edom. Nah, my nigga. Lord finna come and give your ass a wake-up call. Go ahead.
Verse 11, it says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
So that sums up what we was talking about, man. The Lord rendering a judgment to these heathen and the Lord coming to save his people. The Lord is about to gather all his people as from the beginning, and it starts with this word, according to Baruch, the 4th chapter, the last verse. Go ahead.
O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Lord is about to give us, man. Eternal rest, man. Because in this place you have no rest. Hey, man, we gotta, what they say, what's that? Haggai 1:6. You got a pocket with holes in it, man. It's always something popping up in this place, man. We're subject to payments. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get rest in this place as long as Esau is ruling. You ain't gonna get no justice, no peace, no rest, none of that, man, in this place. But reading on, it says, fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
Going back into those prophets being here again, man. Give testimony unto those whom thou hast possessed since the beginning. So those same men that had the testimony, that had the spirit of prophecy on them back then, they're back today.
And raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
You see?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, because in every kingdom, man, the Lord always warned the people that destruction was coming by who? By the prophets, man.
Yep. And it says that have been in thy name. So showing you that those same prophets then is coming back today. You know?
Con. It says, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
And they will be, man. Why is that? Because they're speaking the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, going back to that 2nd Ezra 15. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper. Because what? Because they are faithful and true, man. So that's how the prophets will be found faithful, because they're speaking the things according to the scriptures. You know? Hey. So Lord's will, we hope this was edifying. Through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua for giving us the spirit to put forth this lesson. We'll give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem L'Chakodash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.
Shalom.